where you start making decisions based on your assignment, you have to be very clear on how to stay on track with that thing. Otherwise, you begin to, I don't care how much outside it looks like you have it going on, you will find yourself in this emotional turmoil because your spirit is crying out for you to honor your assignment. So good morning, everybody. Rise, grind, and shine. Running late because my son is just leaving. This is kind of, lately he's been a little late to school with his days. But hey, Dexter, Guillermo, Keisha King, Aisha Green. Hello, everyone. Hey, I'm excited to be back, right? I'm excited to be back. You know, I've been on hiatus, I keep sharing, for a couple of months, just really getting clear on what do I want to do, right? And I had to get clear on how to do what I do whenever I make a decision to do it. Whether it's network marketing, honoring how I want to build my network marketing business. Whether it's internet marketing, honoring how I want to do that. Whether it's infopreneur and having products, workshops, whatever, how I want to show up in the world. I had to be very clear of what that looks like for me. And so this morning, I want to talk to each and every one of you on how to focus on your calling. How to focus on your calling. You know, many of us, probably a great deal of you might be saying, well, Nicole, I don't know what my calling is. I don't know what my assignment is, right? I don't know what my purpose is. But what I want to encourage you all to do this morning is I want you to think about the signals that you get when you feel what I want to say, gratifying, fulfillment, and joy versus those moments where you feel heavy, burdened, and overloaded. Okay, there's a young lady by the name of Danielle Laporte, and she said, she explained that you know when you are in the right place on assignment when it feels light versus when it feels heavy, right? When it feels heavy. And I've gone through, many of you guys you may know my story. And you may hear a lot of things about business and money and entrepreneurship and things like that. But the truth of the matter is the true core of who I am. There is an assignment of ministry. And when I say that, not to scare y'all away, but there's assignment of impact, okay? There's assignment of impact. And don't worry about the trolls, guys. Don't worry about them. Just block them, all right? But when you have an assignment to begin to create impact on people's lives, you always have to be aware of what emotions are created in the decisions that you make, right? What emotions are created. A lot of times we make decisions based on things, but you want to know how to honor your decisions based on your intuitive connection to that assignment. Because listen, when you honor and you operate in a place where you feel your greatest level of strength, your greatest level of fulfillment, you operate in excellence in that area. You operate in confidence. You operate in clarity. You operate with a sense of connection to that thing, that no matter who or what comes in your life, you're always very clear and very focused on how to make that thing manifest for you. How to make it manifest for you. You see, a lot of people in today's generation, we're not patient with our process, okay? We're not patient with our process. We want to make a heck of a lot of money. We want to put ourselves in position to have the nice cars, the nice things. We want all this stuff very fast, okay? And what happens is when you want things fast, you shortcut your process to try to jump into somebody else's. And then now when you're in somebody else's process, what ends up happening is you end up being in a position for compromise. Because now you don't have the clarity or the connection to that assignment, and you end up trying to do what they're doing, but it creates frustration, overwhelm, just a sense of discouragement because you're trying to walk in somebody else's lane. And so this morning, I want to just spend a few moments with you about how to focus on your assignment, how to focus on your position, and then how to allow yourself to be okay with your process, because I will tell you this, You know, no matter what situation you are in, every single situation we encounter is designed to build us up as a person, designed to build our character, designed to build us up as a leader, designed to build us up as a communicator, designed to build us up as a disciplined, focused person with good work ethic, right? Every encounter we have is going to be designed to help build certain characteristics. And I've learned that no matter how much you try to avoid the process of growth, no matter how much you try to avoid the process of coming face to face with your fears, your frustrations, coming face to face with the things that you're trying to avoid, you can never run away from you. You can never run away from you. And so when you understand that you can never run away from you, when you are constantly finding internally you pursuing things that other people have, and you start chasing this person doing this, and you chase this person doing that, and you chase this person doing this, and no matter where you go, you're still carrying that responsibility of growth with you. You still got to come face to face with you, and you got to be honest with yourself and say, am I going to commit to where I am because I'm following this person over here, I'm following that person over there? I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. You know, I've learned through my journey of being an entrepreneur, you know, being somebody who has always gone against the grain, that I got to know my voice, and I got to know the Spirit's voice inside of me. And what that means is that everything that appears to be good is not always good for you, right? Everything that appears to be awesome and amazing and wonderful and created a wonderful success story for somebody else is not always going to be for you. And it's okay to learn through the process of elimination, where you try things, you see if it works, and if it doesn't work, you walk away. But you got to know when to walk away and when to walk into what your true assignment is. So what does that mean? What does all this rubbish mean, right? What does all this mean? It means that I've been in business for years, okay? I've been in the online industry for many, many years. I've been on since 2008, okay? So 8 years. And in this time that I have been in online, there's a lot of things that I knew I wanted to do, but I would look at other people's business models and begin to try to emulate what they're doing, okay? Begin to try to emulate what they're doing. And I remember trying to shoot videos like somebody, right? I remember trying to write emails like somebody. I remember trying to do social media like somebody. Always looking at what someone else is doing that has had a massive amount of success and trying to emulate them. But when I get in that role, I realize, okay, and emulating is not bad. This is what I was about to say. I try to emulate them, but when I get there, I realize, okay, I like this piece of what I'm emulating, but I need to add this piece of who I am, okay? Because when you don't know what you want to do, you're going to emulate someone. But over the years, I've learned what works for me and what doesn't work for me through the process of emulation. And through the process of emulation, I went through the process of elimination, okay? Of what works for me and what doesn't work for me. And now that I'm back here on Periscope, now that I'm back here on Facebook Live, now that I'm back doing videos, I understand who I am and what my assignment is. And I'm okay with the criticisms. I'm okay with the opinions. I'm okay with all the things that come along with you honoring who you are, because at the end of the day, every single one of us, when you step out in your assignment, you're going to have different people come with opposition and recommendations and suggestions and all these things that they want to tell you should do. But you got to know when to focus on your calling, right? You got to know when to focus on your calling. And what that means. What does it mean to focus on your calling? What it means to focus on your calling is to write the vision that you have for yourself and make it plain. I've gone through so many books and journals. Like if you look behind me, this whole row is all journals, okay? All those are journals of writings, and I have them everywhere. And what I find when I read a lot of books is a continuous question of, what do you really want? What do you want? Not what did they say you should want, what they think you should want. You know what? Listen, I told somebody the other day, we were at a Bible study and we were having a conversation because the Bible study is about raising kids. And we were having a conversation. One of the parents said, how do you handle if you grow up, when your kids grow up, that they choose that they don't want to go to college and they don't want to do this, but you want to protect their life? And I explained it. I said, listen, well, number one, I'm the wrong person to ask that question because I'm the most free-spirited person probably you'll ever meet, where I don't believe that everybody has to do things the same way. But what I've learned in life is everyone has a different level of joy and gratitude in their life. And I used the example, I said, think about this whole movement now of the tiny house. Okay? Think about the whole movement of the tiny house. There's tiny house hunters, there's Tiny House Nation, all these shows, and I watch them. These are some, I record them and I watch them because I'm intrigued by this concept of downsizing from 2,300 square feet to 230 square feet, right? But I watch those shows and people always share that I've learned that I want to live my life not for expenses, but for experiences. And so I'm willing to let go of the things so that I can begin to explore life more. And when I hear those things, I'm like, man, you know what? At the end of the day, my true joy is not in things. My true joy is in experiences. Now, when I want, can I have both? You don't have to have either or. You can have and both. But it's okay if I don't put an emphasis in my life on stuff. But instead, I put my emphasis on purpose, on experiences, on impact. You know, in the space of entrepreneurship, we tend to think everybody want to be a millionaire. Everybody does not want to be a millionaire. Some people are okay living in a condominium with their dog, never getting married, never having kids, and being able to go surf, skateboard, travel, or do whatever the heck they want to do, hike, ski, when they want to do it, because that's just not a priority for them. And in that process of understanding that about life, about people, about experiences, about our journey, I had to shed away all the expected influences in my life and say, Nicole, what do you want? How do you want to live? What are the things that matter most to you? And it was in that moment, ladies and gentlemen, that I realized that I love being out with people. I love being out and connected. I don't want to be hiding behind my computer all the time, hurrying up, trying to make this money, I use the internet to build my business. But my joy comes from speaking, talking, connecting, doing. And so it allowed me to get the pressure off of me, because I remember sitting behind this keyboard, y'all, and I would be typing like I'm typing for dollars. Something got to come out of this. And it was the expectation that in our industry, this is what you are supposed to do. And I would do it. And I found myself losing my mind, losing my joy, losing my fulfillment. Yes, I am still in network marketing. Somebody asked me, am I still in network marketing? Yes, I'm still in my company. Okay. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm building and growing my way. I don't have to do what everybody else is doing. I don't have to become what everybody else wants to become. And I don't have to commit to what everybody else commit to, right? Some people commit to slaving their lives away. I ain't got to commit to that. That's why I've never had a job, a real job, right? Some people commit to whatever you commit to. But my commitments doesn't have to be your commitments. And what I've learned is that what I got to do for me, and what I would recommend that you do for you, is that you get clear on what you want. Do you want a really big house? Most of us think that's a status symbol. That I got to have stuff so that people can look at me and think I'm successful. And if they look at me and think I'm successful, then that's going to make me feel good because people look at me and assume that I got it going on. But screw what they think on the outside. How do you feel on the inside? What does that house do for you? Don't get me wrong. I want nice things. I want houses all over the world. Honestly, I want houses in Bali. I want houses in London, right? I want to experience that. But here's what I learned. Now that there's Airbnb and Home Away And what's the other one with the key, flip key? I'm okay with not owning a house in London, but dropping 10 grand to live nice when I go to Paris. Like, I'm okay with that now. I don't need the status symbol that I got 50 properties all over the world to say, look at me, I own a house in Paris. Now, it's good if I use it, not flip key it, and people pay me $10,000 a week if I'm going to use it as an investment property. But I was like, okay, do I want to own the house or do I want to enjoy it? Do I want to own the boat, which means clean the boat, wash the boat, scrub the boat, do all the things, pay the docking fees of having a yacht? Or do I want to be able to just drop 100 grand and say, give me the yacht? It just depends. What do you want? What do you want? And I'm saying this because everybody's situation is different. And the only way to focus on what you want, ladies and gentlemen, is to write it down and keep it before you. Keep it before you consistently where it's all around you. My house kind of looks a little crazy because I got pieces of paper everywhere. I got pieces of paper all on my walls here. I got pieces of paper over my door here. I got pieces of paper on my refrigerator on my refrigerator in my kitchen. I got pieces of paper on the mirrors in my bathroom. I got paper everywhere to remind me of who I am, whose I am, and what I'm called and assigned to do, so that if I ever get off track, boom, when I come to the bathroom and I'm brushing my teeth, it's right in front of me. When I go to open up the refrigerator door to eat something, it's right in front of me. When I sit down at my desk, I'm looking at the wall, it's right in front of me. It's all around me. And here's what I know for sure, ladies and gentlemen. We live in a population of people that are in so much pain. People are hurting. People are lonely. People are depressed, right? People are considering suicide. It's a lot of things happening because we are in a very, it's fraudulent. People have become frauds of themselves. That they're chasing so many other people's destinies that they've become a fraudulent being, that they don't even know who they are. And when you don't know who you are, it's depressing. I had to stop trying to do what other people expected of me because I've always been successful at being Nicole Cooper. I was Nicole Smith first. And this didn't just start when I got in business. It started when I was a little kid. Always marched to the beat of my own drum. I never followed the crowd. Always, doing what I felt was best for me. And I'm not going to change that as an adult because of what somebody expects of me and my outcome. What is it that you're trying to live up to? Whose expectations are you trying to live up to? I read an article in Success Magazine the other day about a woman who said, I lived my whole life wanting to be an attorney because my parents instilled in me that that's the way to choose a career. And she said, I got all the way to law school. And she said she was going through depositions or whatever she was going through, spending 100 hours a week as an attorney. And she broke down and boohoo cried. And she said it was one morning that she went to the beach. And she was just sitting on the beach, drinking a cup of coffee or water or whatever. And she said it was the greatest level of joy and fulfillment that she had ever had in her life, sitting at that beach. And she said it was at that moment that she had to say, I need to get back to what I really want because I've been living somebody else's life. And so she went and quit her job as a high-paid attorney. And she said she went to go serve up she became a server, a waitress or something. But she said she was the happiest she could have ever been because she felt reconnected to what she wanted, right? And she said sometimes you got to serve up some things to serve yourself, right? And so she ended up being a server and, and she ended up writing a book and became a life coach. And she wrote a book called Dancing to Your Own Song, something like that. It's in Success Magazine. I was just reading it and I read that and I said, how many of you are living your parents' expectations of you? How many of you are living up to what you saw on TV? How many of you are living up to your peers' expectations of you, right? You have a bunch of friends that maybe you went to law school with, maybe you went to college with, and y'all all were in the same major and they got great jobs and they make good pay and you guys talk about what's happening and you want to try to blend into that conversation. I have a bunch of great friends here in where I live in Round Rock, Texas, and on Sunday we had an Easter dinner. And we were all sitting together, and they were talking about promotions and jobs and all this stuff. And I said to myself, ooh, I don't know nothing about this conversation. I listened, but I couldn't participate. And I didn't want to. I don't want to talk about no corporate job because I've never had one. And that's just not my language. So I didn't engage because I found myself wondering, promotion, really? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? But I really don't want to do that. That's not my ambition. But it's okay that's their journey, right? But you got to know what matters for you. What matters? The only way you can focus on your calling is that you know what it is. And the way to know what it is knowing what's calling you from the inside out. What is your spirit begging of you? Our spirits be crying out to you. I told a young lady yesterday, pain is a sign that something is wrong. Where's the pain coming from in your life? Where's the pain coming from in your life? The pain for me was coming from that there was so much inside of me that I needed to artistically express that I was suppressing. And I had to do it my way. And I'm excited because there's so many things that I'm going to be doing. And everything is not about the mighty dollar. Some of it is just for artistic expression. I just got to get it out just to make y'all laugh. Because y'all didn't know I'm a comedian on the other side. But none of y'all never seen that piece, right? So anyway, for this morning's Rise, Grind, and Shine, right? I want to just leave you with you connecting with what is it that your spirit is crying out and asking of you? What is it that you really desire to do? When you understand what that is, what happens is you don't get overtaken by your experiences, your encounters, or your careers, right? Your vocation. I'm a network marketer. I use network marketing as a platform, right? I do internet marketing. But I discovered that that's not who I am. Those are platforms I use because it positions me to have the level of freedom that I want, to do the things that I want, to begin to experience what I want. So I do it. I like it because you connect with the people. You get to still speak. I love to speak, talk, and train. I know what I want out of my life. That's my gift. Speaking, talking, training. And so that's the thing that whenever there's an opportunity that lines up with me, oh shoot, Facebook crashed. That's what I'm going to do. So this morning, ladies and gentlemen, on the Periscope, this gentleman is asking me, why did I get out of real estate? Because the market collapsed. Okay. So I'm no longer in real estate because the market collapsed. And I am, I've had a lot of people ask me, would I ever consider going back into real estate? I would go back into real estate as an investor. I would go back into real estate as an investor. I do not want to be schlepping people around in my car, showing them 50,000 houses for them to get buyer's remorse in the middle of the night and tell me they changed their mind. I don't want to deal with that. I did that. And they used to haunt me. I used to have nightmares. People call me and they have buyer's remorse. Oh my God, I can't believe I put a contract in for that house. I think I changed my mind. It's just not my assignment. Okay? It's not my assignment. And so, anyway, for everyone that is here this morning, hey Tina, so good to see you. For everyone that is here this morning, I want to ask that you join our Facebook group, okay? Our Facebook group is Bold Unapologetic Success. It's where I'll be giving you guys insight on what's to come. I'm going to be very active. Where y'all going to see a lot of pings, ping, ping, ping. What's Periscope do? Little whistle. Periscope whistles. And I don't know what Facebook Live does. Hey, Marvin. And so I'm loving this. Thank you, Tina. Hey, Khadijah. Hey, Jen. You are authentic. Don't change. Thank you, Jen. And this is just what I got to do. I got to be free to be me. Hey, Arletta. I see you living it up in Atlanta. I'm so happy for you. We got to catch up because I'm like, Arletta living. She doing the dang thing. I think I'll stick with Periscope. Yeah, Facebook does not do me right. Facebook shuts down. But it's my iPad. I can't say it's Facebook. All right. Okay, guys. Well, listen. Last night I did a Periscope. You may want to go watch it. The 3 key things to creating your automated money machine. And what it is it's me sharing how I've been able to make the level of income that I've made online. And I am going to, will you ever do inspirational calls like before? I might add the phone to this. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. But I shared, I'm doing the training tomorrow night on Thursday, where I'm going to show you guys how to set up your automated money machine, how to begin to set up your assets online to begin to produce income. You know, a lot of people are overwhelmed by all the noise out there. So I'm breaking it down into mini courses. I have the Periscope is still available from last night. If you go on over, hey, Teresa. Hey, lady. Good to see you. And so, to answer your question, if you guys want to learn more about these things, I'm going to do some mini courses. A lot of people have been coming to me and asking me for help about certain things. And I'm going to be honest, and I shared this earlier, but I was burying that gift that I had. And it took me to go to a mastermind with my coach. And her husband put me, he was like, Nicole, do you know what you have to share? Like, what? Why you ain't sharing this stuff? And I was like, I don't know. He was like, I'm going to need you to get out there and make a commitment to do X amount of Periscopes and make this happen. And so it's been just a lot of seeds sown in my life of mentors who see what I have and reminded me, look, girl, share this stuff. And so, and you know, it's a whole nother conversation. We'll talk about that later. But we are going to have mini courses, okay? So you help me on the calls, Marvin? Yay, I need some help. Because, you know, I don't want to be responsible for that. It's a whole nother project. But I will say, if you guys want, if you want to learn the first step, right? The first step in creating your digital assets online is having your automated money machine. Okay. And that's pretty much your sales funnel. Thank you, Marshawn. Thank you, Tony. It's your sales funnel. It's your lead generation system. It's your autoresponder tools. You know, I shared last night, I've been in business for 8 years, and some people have been with me in every business I've been in because all I have to do is click a button. Last night, we ended up with over 1,000 people chiming in to the Periscope and Facebook Live that we did. Over 1,000 people, okay? 700 folks on Periscope, and then we had another 300 to 400 people in and out on Facebook. And I marketed my thing last night 2 hours before we did it. Okay, 2 hours before we did it, and that just goes to show the power of creating digital assets. And so, what you can do is go to turn likes into swipes, okay, and lock your spot to be in on our mini course tomorrow night on how to create your automated money machine. And I'm not telling y'all this is gonna make you rich overnight, right? You build your foundation strong. And it's a process, and I'm going to show you the first step to making that happen. And the thing that I did to allow me to become a top recruiter, top earner, top sales, top this, top that, make, you know, over, you know, $1 million and all these other things, and do it from the comfort of my own home, where I did it my way, doing it with my family and making what's a priority for me a priority, and allowing this automated money machine to create what it needed to create for me. And so I want to encourage you all. Hey, Lisa. I want to encourage you all. Turnlikesintoswipes.com. Turnlikesintoswipes.com. And you can go ahead and register for that course. The price will go up again tonight. Right? When I put it on the market, it's going to be a totally different rate. It's going to be higher. But I'm doing mini courses to service the audience. All right. Another thing, Facebook group. Okay, Bold Unapologetic Success. That is our Facebook group. I would love to have you in there. We can connect and communicate and stay in touch and get plugged in, get you plugged in to what we have going on. Guys, listen, you're going to hear a lot from me, and I'm so bleeping excited. I'm just operating in my gift full force, okay? I'm not going to say I am operating in my gift full force. And I'll be sharing a lot of things with you guys. I keep bringing this up because one conversation with somebody the other night had me set up my $1 million plan, okay? And I'm committed to it, my $1 million plan. And a reason why I asked you how to stay focused on your calling is when you know what your vision is, you know what your assignment is, you can map out now the process. Yes, that's right, Bold Unapologetic Success. You can map out the process of what you need to do for you. I know what I want. I've always known what I want. If I turn here, I got financial charts over here, blueprints everywhere, all in my office. But when I let other people start telling me how I should do it, you get lose sight of what you need to do. And I had a friend tell me the other day, he said, I don't listen to people. He said, I don't need all them distractions when I'm focused on getting something done. I just turn them off, and I don't do all that. So awesome. You can do my makeup when I come to New York. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Join me in my Facebook group, Bold Unapologetic Success. Come on over there and tell us who you are. As a matter of fact, if you're in the Facebook group right now, I would like for you to go on over there and make a bold declaration, right? That I will focus on my calling. Put that in our Facebook group. I will focus on my calling. Okay? And words breed life, right? What you say will begin to breed what you believe. And so I want you guys going over into the Facebook group and say, I will focus on my calling. Yes, darling, you have to have your $1 million plan written down. Yep, stay tuned. I'm going to do a course on it, how to create your profit plan. Yes, we're going to be doing some amazing things. All right. Marvin, did you ask to join? If you asked to join, my assistant is in it now. I woke up this morning, we had like 120, 130 requests to be in the group. So in 2 days, we've grown by 200 people. I love it. I love it. It's rise and grind every morning. Look, this morning I was so tired, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, oh my God, I want to sleep. I didn't go to bed last night. I went to bed at 2. I couldn't sleep. I was so excited. And then I woke back up at like 4. And then I finally went back to sleep at like 6. I had my husband go, I was like, can you get the laptop for me? Can you bring me my iPhone? He was like, no, you're worse than Carson. So I was really tired, and it made me say, oh, what did I say? I'm going to do this every morning. It's commitment. So rise and grind. I'll pop in. Okay. I'll pop in. And my goal is to be an inspiration. Now, here's the deal. If things shift and we have to shift, right? We make a shift. But for now, I will be here at 9. Some mornings, like today, I'm supposed to be at a photo shoot, but it's raining. I might be on the go. So it may not be as possible to do both Facebook and Periscope. All right. So anyway, guys, join the Facebook group, Bold Unapologetic Success. If you want to join us in our mini course tomorrow night, go to Turn Likes into Swipes. And I'm super duper grateful for you spending this time with me this morning. I want to allow you to get back to what your priorities are. 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. Yes, correct. So whatever your priorities are for the day, guys, what I will say is grab a journal. My husband cleared off my desk, so my journal isn't here. But think about what you really want. What do you really want? Who do you want to become? How do you want to be seen in the world? How do you want to show up? What impact do you want to have? And think about your funeral. This was something that was deep. My pastor said this to us many years ago. He said, he told us to think about what people will say about you at your eulogy. When you are laying in that casket, because we all gonna do it, right? We are spirit beings having a human experience, which means that our spirit will leave our body and our bodies will lay in a box. What do you want people to say that you've done on this earth? And I promise you, they're not gonna talk about the cars you drove. They're not gonna talk about the size of your house. They're not gonna talk about how your brand was. What they're going to remember is how you made them feel and the impact you had on their life. And I bet you, I promise you, y'all, it's going to be a stadium. They're going to say, oh my God, Nicole. I want to have an impact on a stadium's worth of people, right? Beyond that. And it doesn't mean that it's about me. It's about, I want God to be able to use me to make that happen. And so the only way he can do it is if I know what that assignment is and I stay true to it. Okay. So anyway, guys, if you want to get in, my friends, on the mini course, go on over to Turn Likes into Swipes, because I'm going to show you how to turn likes into swipes, turn content into cash, and turn hearts into high-paying clients. Hey, now, and stay tuned. I got my tour coming, y'all. We're going to do some workshops. I'm going to go from city to city. Something I've been wanting to do. I just want to do it. All right, Arletta, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. Glad you joined. It's going to be exciting. All right, it's going to be Thursday night. It's one night. It's not a series. And we're going to sit down. It's going to be a workshop. Like, we're going to work on, I'm going to map out what y'all need to do, show you what we need to make happen. Okay? And so that's it, guys. I appreciate you. I see. What city are you in? Real quick before you leave. What cities are you in? Where should I bring the tour? First, y'all know ATL dominates, right? ATL is a guarantee. Atlanta, Philly, DC, California. What's the link? TurnLikesIntoSwipes.com. Jacksonville, Dallas. Dallas is a definite. My Texas folks. Houston, Dallas, Austin. New York, Greensboro, Little Rock, Orlando, Charlotte. What happened to my Facebook folks? Are y'all alive over there? What cities are y'all in Facebook? Killeen, down the street from me. We could do one in Killeen. I know a lot of people in Killeen. Charlotte, New York, Owings Mill, Maryland. I love Maryland. I was just there. All right. New York is a place to be. All right. Might have to make a stop in New York. I got my buddy old pal Marv in New Jersey. Indiana. All right. Good deal, guys. Good deal. Well, I am super duper appreciative for your time. Will there be a replay for Turn Likes into Swipes? Yes. You will have access to the replay. Okay. You will have access to the replay when you make the investment. And then we're going to have other support modules and stuff to give you. Okay, Detroit is calling. I love the big D. D filled with hustlers. The Detroit folks know how to become major successful entrepreneurs. All right, y'all. I got to shut it down. I got work to do. And thank you so much for joining me. So I think I'm going to do an encore tonight, which I think, should I do an encore of what I did last night? It's going to be way shorter. I was like, oh my God, we were on for 2 hours last night. It's like way too long. It's going to be at 30 minutes. Yeah. All right, so we'll do an encore tonight. Same time, I think, 9:30 Central. All right, 10:30 Eastern. We'll do an encore for our workshop. And if you want to get in on the workshop, guys, the price is going to go up tonight again. And these prices are like ridiculous, just so I can really help people get started. All right. So I'll do an encore tonight at 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern on the 3 core things you need to do to set up your money machine. All right. But do Periscope. Facebook was trimming. I know. Hopefully I'm going to get it fixed today. We're going to find an alternative to this Facebook Live. All right. So thanks so much for joining me, everyone. Encore. Yay. We're going to do an encore tonight at 9:30. I think I got a bunch of launch calls tonight with my team. I got to make sure I got them like 4 or 5 back to back. Let me see. I think that's the right time, but I'll put the banner out. All right. And can y'all share this with other people, please? Share it with folks if you don't mind promoting it on your page and share it so they can get on, just so lives can be impacted, y'all. Stop saying just. I got to get that out of my vocabulary. So that people's lives can be impacted. All right. Yep. I got launch calls tonight. 5 of them. Back to back. Back to back to back to back. Thank you for sharing, you guys. Go on over to Bold Unapologetic Success. Get in the Facebook group. And I will see you guys tonight for the encore. Okay? Goodbye.